What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to go ahead and talk about how we make money the god of our world. It's nothing more than a piece of paper that has no value, yet humans decided to come along and give it value. It's absolutely sickening and disgusting how we look at money as a tool on who is and isn't worthy of housing, food, healthcare, water, etc. It's insane to me how we care more about money than we do each other. Our society has lost empathy. It's almost like our society has turned soulless, and we care more about profiting off of the pain and suffering of millions of Americans than we do trying to improve human lives. Our money has become completely worthless. We live in a day and age now where you can monetize your entire life, have multiple streams of income coming in. It feels like it doesn't matter anymore because our government has crashed our dollar so far to the point where our dollar is completely worthless. It doesn't matter how much money you make anymore. It doesn't matter if you make like $15,000 a year. It doesn't matter if you make six figures. We're all literally on the same sinking ship. It feels like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't anymore. And it feels like no matter what, you're just going to be broke. We're in dire need of a revolution. We're in dire need of something to change because we as a collective cannot keep this going on for too much longer. We need to start being kinder to each other. We need to start showing more compassion and empathy because our system is broken and it clearly isn't working for anybody anymore except for the 1%. And once we rise up and say that we're not doing this anymore, once we decide that we're going to sit out in order for something to change, the empire has no choice but to stop. Every morning when we clock into our 9-to-5s, go to our warehouse jobs, it feels like we're working harder and harder and harder, yet the goalpost keeps moving further and further away. As our government prints out more money, we're working for less and less and less. There's people out here that are having to take personal loans out in order to make ends meet, and they're working 2 jobs. That's how bad things in America are right now. There's people going into crippling credit card debt, maxing out credit cards, having to overdraft bank accounts. That just goes to show you right there that the system has failed us. We live in a world where you constantly have to watch your own back. There's more people out here deciding to resort to violence. There's people committing crimes. And that is a result of a failing society. A lot of us are angry and on edge because we're constantly just being good little worker bees, good little slaves, and we're getting absolutely nothing out of it. I personally feel like Americans are going to need to get out of their comfort zones because if we don't, very soon, we're all going to be homeless. We're all going to be screwed. Money is nothing more than an illusion. It's a tool meant to keep humanity enslaved. It doesn't matter how much of your life you try to monetize, how many streams of income that you have coming in, Money is something that's never going to fill that empty void inside of you. You can't even afford anything anymore, hardly. You're spending $40 to $50 at the gas pump for gas that isn't lasting as long. You go into the grocery store, you buy yourself like 3 or 4 things, and you're spending like $50 every day. When I go out into the world, whenever I go out into a public place, I'm constantly asking myself, what is going to be our breaking point? What is going to have all of us wake up from this nap, from this illusion that we've been sold to us as freedom? What is it going to take for all of us to collectively say, okay, this isn't working out anymore. Enough is enough. And I'd like to think that the tipping point is hopefully going to be soon. Right now, we're literally in hell. It feels like we're on the second layer of hell. I'd like to think that all of this is happening for a reason, and that humanity will eventually get justice. Every day, I get out of bed and ask myself, how much longer can we keep this going? People are getting priced out of their apartments. People are getting priced out of their cars. A lot of us are working all of our waking hours, and we're still expected to go on with a smile on our face, even though we're dying on the inside. Like absolutely nothing is wrong. There's no reason why one income isn't enough to survive anymore. You're lucky if you can afford like a half a cart of groceries on one income. We live in a day and age anymore where you literally have to work 2 to 3 jobs, room up with 6 to 7 people in order to make things work. There's a good percentage of people in their late 20s, in early 30s, that are having to live in their cars, having to live in their tents, having to still live at home. We as a collective have been failed. There comes a point in time where we have to stop making money our god. We have to stop caring more over a green piece of paper than we do each other. People are literally out here working themselves to the point of chronic illnesses, mental illnesses. There's people dropping dead of strokes and heart attacks. This is anything but a healthy way to live. Whenever you call it out, people always tell you that you need to go to therapy. Whenever you call the system out, people tell you that you need to go on medicine. You cannot therapy your way out of a society that is making you sick. You can't medicine your way out of a society that's making you sick. Medicine also isn't always guaranteed to help either. You can either get on something that's going to help with the chemical imbalance caused by capitalism, or you're going to get on something that is going to make you worse off. I don't want therapy. I don't want medicine. I want a better quality of living for not only myself, but for everybody else. This is a rat race, and humans were never meant to live this way. We weren't meant to work so much, constantly be in a state of go, 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 rush, 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 rush here and rush there, and not have any time to breathe, any time to live, any time to simply feel like a human being. And the kicker is that we're expected to do this until we're in our 70s. I don't want to get to my 70s and my 80s and look back on my deathbed and see that all I did was worked my entire life away and got absolutely nothing out of it. I would like to think that we are going to be the generation that changes the world for the better, and that we're not going to have to participate in this fake society chasing fake money until we're old and can barely move. It's just a matter of when. It's a matter of how much time that we have left. I truly would like to believe that something has got to give sooner rather than later, because this system is no longer working for any of us. If you're angry right now, it is 100% a valid emotion to be feeling. You're being exploited. You're being screwed over. There's no reason why any human being should have to work this much and choose between rent or groceries. There's no reason why a human should have to work this much and worry if they're going to be out on the streets next month. Get angry. Get mad. Feel all your feelings. Your anger is needed right now. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the video up right about here. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. I think I'm going to try to upload on here 1 to 2 times a week. I definitely want to start putting in the work to here too. I've just been procrastinating on it because I know that I want to make longer types of videos, and I'm a little bit lazy. I can admit I'm a little bit lazy, and I feel like doing TikTok is a little bit easier for me since I don't have to make as long of duration of videos. But I feel like as soon as I get the hang of this, it'll be a lot easier for me to start uploading on here a little bit more often. Alright, I love you guys. Until the next one. Peace out.